A very happy morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope the study is going well. Now just look at these brightly colored, beautiful flowers. You must be wondering why I am showing you the picture of these flowers. Because today our topic is related to these beautiful flowers. So children, today we are going to start our new chapter, that is chapter number 2, flower. So the today's topic is chapter number 2, the flower. Children, today I'll introduce this chapter because the main parts of the flower and the types of flower you already have done in your previous class. So just recall your previous knowledge and just focus what I am going to discuss today, the topics one by one. Now first of all, the basic parts of a flower. The flower is attached to the shoot or the stem by means of a stalk. Now just recall, what do you call the stalk of the flower? That is known as pedicel. So the flower is attached to the shoot by means of the stalk known as pedicel. And the tip of the pedicel, the swollen tip of the pedicel is known as thalamus. I'll show you the diagram. Just look here, focus. The flower stalk is known as pedicel, with the help of which it is attached to the shoot, and then the swollen tip of the pedicel is known as thalamus. So the stalk is pedicel and the swollen tip of the pedicel is thalamus. Now let us discuss about the four main parts of the flower. The four main parts of the flower we are going to discuss one by one. The first one, sepal, second, petal, third, stamen, fourth, carpel. Now let us just discuss these parts one by one. First of all, the flower has four whorls, or you can say the rings. The first one, the outermost, calyx. Second, corolla. Third, androecium. Fourth, gynoecium. I am going to discuss one by one. The outermost whorl of the flower is known as calyx, and it is made up of the green leaf-like structure known as sepals. So the singular is sepal and the collection of sepals is known as calyx. Now what is the function of these green leaf-like structure sepals? The function is that these sepals protect the flower during the bud stage. During the bud stage, they enclose and protect the inner parts of the flower. Now just look here. The green colorful part, that is the sepal. And they protect the flower during the bud stage. Now let us move on to the second part of the flower, that is corolla. Now corolla is the second inner whorl, which is made up of the structures called petals, and it is the most attractive brightly colored part of the flower. So the singular is petal and the collection of petals is known as corolla. But why it is colorful part? Because the petals make the flower attractive and attract the insects for pollination. So what is the function of petals? That they attract the insects towards the flower for the process of pollination. Pollination term you already have done in the previous class, this process, Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma. In detail, we will study about pollination after this topic. Right now, we are discussing only the parts of flower. So the second part, that is corolla. Now the third part, that is androecium. Androecium, which is the third whorl inner to the petals, and it is made up of stamens. So you can say singular stamen, and the group of stamens, the collection of stamens is known as androecium. Now stamen is further made up of two main parts. The stalk of the stamen is known as filament and the tip is known as anther. And this anther contains the yellow powdery material known as pollen grains. And these pollen grains contain the male gametes. Male gametes, or you can say the male reproductive cells. And that is why androecium or stamen is known as male reproductive part of the flower. Now what is the function of this pollen grain and male gametes? That we will discuss after this topic. So this is the third part, that is androecium. Just look here in the diagram. The colorful part, I have shown you the green part, that is sepal. Now the colorful attractive part, that is petal. You can see the red colored petals. Then the third whorl, that is androecium, which is made up of stamen. And each stamen has a stalk known as filament and the tip known as anther. And these anthers, they contains pollen grains, the yellow powdery material called pollen grains. So this is the third whorl. Now let us discuss about the fourth part of the flower. The fourth very important and the innermost whorl of the flower is gynoecium, which is made up of carpel or pistil. Now that means the singular is carpel or pistil and the collection or group of carpel or pistil is known as gynoecium. Now each pistil or carpel has three parts. The swollen base known as ovary, the tube-like stalk known as style, and the sticky tip known as stigma. So these are the three parts of carpel or pistil: stigma, style and ovary. Now this swollen basal part, that is the ovary, it contains the rounded bodies known as ovules, and these ovules contain the female gametes or female reproductive cells, and that is why gynoecium or carpel or pistil are known as female reproductive part of a flower. Now I'll show you the fourth part in the diagram. The fourth innermost whorl of the flower is carpel, which has three main parts. The swollen basal part is ovary, then the stalk is known as style and the sticky tip is known as stigma. So ovary, style and stigma are the three main parts of the carpel or pistil, and inside the ovary present ovules, which contains the female gametes or the female reproductive cells. So these are the four main parts of the flower. Just look here in the diagram once again. The stalk of the flower is known as pedicel. The swollen tip of the flower is known as thalamus. Then the green leaf-like structures, the outermost whorl is sepal, singular sepal, plural calyx. Then the colorful part, the second inner whorl, the colorful part, petal, singular petal, plural, corolla. Then the third whorl, that is stamen, singular stamen, plural, androecium, which is also known as male reproductive part of the flower, which further is made up of filament and anther. An anther has pollen grains, and pollen grains contain the male gametes. Then the fourth part, that is carpel or pistil. Singular is carpel or pistil and plural is gynoecium, which is further made up of ovary, style and stigma. Ovary contains the ovules and ovules contain the female gametes. So these are the four main parts of the flower: sepal, petal, stamen and carpel. And children, what do we call the stalk of the flower? It is known as pedicel. And what do we call the swollen tip of the pedicel? It is known as thalamus. If I'll ask the question that where are male gametes present? So the answer will be male gametes are present inside the pollen grains, which are present inside the anther. And if I'll ask where are the female gametes present, the answer will be female gametes are present inside the ovules, which are present inside the ovary. Now I'll show the two main parts, that is stamen, the male reproductive part. Look here carefully, stamen. Now the stalk of the stamen is known as filament and the tip of the stamen is known as anther. And anther contains the pollen grains and the pollen grains contains male gametes or male reproductive cells. Now the second very important innermost part, that is carpel or pistil, which has three parts, that is ovary, the swollen basal part, the stalk is the style and the tip is the stigma. An ovary contains ovules and ovules contain the female gametes or female reproductive cells. So children, these are the main parts of the flower, or you can say the structure of a flower. And can you recognize this flower? This red color petals? I have shown you this flower in your previous class 5. This one is China rose, or the scientific name is hibiscus, because hibiscus is the best flower to study the parts, because all the four main parts are clearly visible in China rose or hibiscus. So we just have discussed the four main parts of the flower. Now let us see the types of the flower. Basically, the flower can be complete or incomplete. Now what do you understand by the term complete or incomplete? See children, as you know that there are four main whorls of a flower. That is, which are the four main whorls? Calyx, corolla, androecium or gynoecium. Or you can say sepal, petal, stamen and carpel. So if all these four whorls are present in a flower, then we can call it as a complete flower in which all the four whorls are present. Then which is an incomplete flower? If any of the four whorls, any one, it can be calyx, corolla, androecium or gynoecium. If any of the four whorls is missing, then we call that flower as incomplete flower. That means complete flower in which all the four whorls are present, and incomplete flower in which any one out of the four whorls is missing. So complete flower and incomplete flower. Then the next is two types of flower on the basis of the presence of male and female reproductive parts. Now here we will discuss only about the male and female reproductive parts, that is androecium and gynoecium. So on the basis of this, the flowers are of two types, bisexual and unisexual. Now you are quite aware of these terms. Bisexual, bi means two, uni means one. So you can easily relate these terms. Bisexual flower means the flower with both the male and female reproductive part, that is androecium and gynoecium. That is known as bisexual flower, or you can also call it as hermaphrodite. Look at this term very carefully. Hermaphrodite or bisexual flowers in which both male and female reproductive parts are present. The next type is unisexual flower. Unisexual, or you can also call it as monosexual. Now what do you understand by the term uni or mono? It means one. That means these flowers contain either male or female reproductive part. That means they have either androecium or gynoecium. So that is a unisexual or monosexual flower. So the two type of flower on the basis of the presence of male and female reproductive parts, that is bisexual or hermaphrodite flower in which both male and female parts are present. Unisexual or monosexual flower in which either the male, that is androecium, or female, that is gynoecium, is present. So children, today we discussed the main parts of the flower and the types of flower. Now let us just recap the topics which we have discussed today. Okay. First of all, the stalk of the flower is known as pedicel. And the swollen tip of the flower, the swollen tip of the pedicel is known as thalamus. So the stalk of the flower is pedicel and the swollen tip of the pedicel is thalamus. Then we discussed about the four main whorls, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Let us recap one by one. Sepals or calyx are the green outermost part of the flower which protect the flower during the bud stage. Second, petals. Petals are the large, fragrant, brightly colored part of the flower which attract the insects during the process of pollination. Then the third very important part, that is androecium. Now children, just look here, the spelling of androecium. When you will learn the spelling, just break it into two parts, androecium. E is silent here, androecium. So this way you can learn the spelling, androecium. Now androecium is made up of stamen. At each stamen has two parts, filament and anther. And it is also known as the male reproductive part of a flower. Why? Because it contains male gametes. So androecium along with the stamen and anthers is the male reproductive part of a flower. Now the fourth part, that is gynoecium. Same way you can learn the spelling of gynoecium. Break it into two parts, Gynoecium. E is silent here, so you can learn the spelling Gynoecium. Now gynoecium is made up of carpel or pistil, and each carpel or pistil has three parts: stigma, style and ovary. And it is also known as female reproductive part of a flower. Why? Because it contains female gametes. So gynoecium made up of carpel or pistil is the female reproductive part of a flower. And I have shown you, I explained the parts of the flower with the help of this diagram. You just observe this diagram carefully and just learn the various parts of the flower, that is sepal, petal, stamen and carpel. Sepal or calyx, petal or corolla, stamen or androecium, carpel or pistil or gynoecium. So these are the four main parts of the flower. Now next we discussed about the two types of flower, that is complete flower and incomplete flower. The flower which have all the four whorls, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, is known as a complete flower. Then which is an incomplete flower? The flower in which any of the four whorls is missing, that is known as an incomplete flower. Then the types of flower depending upon the presence of male and female reproductive part, that is androecium and gynoecium. Bisexual flower or hermaphrodite, in which both the male and female reproductive parts, that is androecium and gynoecium, are present. Unisexual or monosexual flower, the flower which contain either the male or the female reproductive part, that is either androecium or gynoecium, is known as monosexual or unisexual. I explained to you the main parts of the flower and the different types of flower, that is complete or incomplete flower, bisexual or unisexual flower. So children, this much for today. I just introduced the chapter and discussed the main parts of the flower. You can read the topic which I explained today from the book and underline the important terms. Okay children, study well, have a good day and take care of yourself. Bye everyone.